What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Harrison and you are here for Tutorial Tuesday. Today I have another quick, easy one for you. We're gonna draw Wall-E from the movie, you guessed it, Wall-E.
Directive?
So grab your pencils, pens, sketchbooks, and little helper robots, and let's dive on into this one. In the center of your page, you're gonna start with a nice T shape. This is gonna be the base for Wall-E's head. And from there, we can then indicate a nice big box. That is going to be Wall-E's body. We just want to use this as a way to find the right height proportions for his eyes and the rest of his body. Already I'm seeing that this might be a little low, so we might want to just go up just a tad. From this T shape, we're gonna draw a C shape that is curved inwards, and then we're gonna mirror it on this side. Don't worry about how straight this line is. We're not even going to use that. It's just as a guide. So your T should have gone through that line. And so what we want to do next is add a little curve, head to that point. Same thing, match it there. At that point, his eyes should be sloping. And then we're going to want to create some space in between. His eyes are not touching. So go ahead and draw another guide just as a gap. And then the C shape that you made is gonna go right into there. Same thing. That. There are the shapes of his eyes. And his eyes should be just past the box. So if, like mine here, is a little, it doesn't go past, so we just wanna make sure that they're going past, so we either need to elongate the eye, which I think is the case here, make the eye a little bit bigger, and then inside of the eye is a circle, another circle, and then we can't forget the bar that holds this together. I know I'm jumping around, but I'm just so excited to draw Wall-E. I love Wall-E. That's the bar that holds his eyes. Before we get into any of the other detail, we'll start moving along. So we're gonna focus on this box, making sure we stay within our guidelines. And then there's gonna be another box just on top here. It's gonna be just past the width of this bar. It's just a tiny little rectangle. And then about halfway through the body, I'm gonna draw another guideline, and we're gonna draw the treads to his wheels. And it's only gonna go just barely past that bottom box. Doesn't have to be too far. You don't want them to be too tall and too lanky. And then this line is gonna extend, actually, nope. Well, yeah. This line is gonna extend all the way to this base. Same thing with this one. And then on this side, we're gonna go make a little bit of a trapezoid. We don't want a full box. We wanna show that there's some dimension to his tread. And you can square that off, and then we'll figure out the details later. But those are his treads. And then he's got his little hands. So we want to add his little hands. So halfway in between this new little rectangle we have, we'll cut that in half. And this halfway mark is where we're going to put his hand. So we're going to draw a little square. and another little square. You want the square to be sticking outside of that box. And then we can cut that in half, and that's his little finger grippies. And then we're going to draw another C shape, and this will be his arm. And that right there, my friends, is everything we need to finish up WALL-E. So, as I normally do, I'm going to take my kneaded erase and lightly get rid of everything that we don't need. Remember, when you're doing this, you're not fully erasing, you are just lightly pressing, because if you have drawn light enough, all of the pencil marks that you don't need should be gone. We are always sketching very lightly, not pressing too hard. We're only pressing hard on the lines that we are confident with and ones that we know want to be there for the rest of the drawing. So going back in now with my 6B pencil, we're going to solidify all of the lines that we want to keep. So starting at the eyes, all right, and there is what we need to finish up WALL-E. So you'll notice on the corners of some of these, I've rounded off the edges just so that there is some dimension to them. Not everything on WALL-E is a very tight, crisp edge. He is a machine, so there are some crisp edges like this box, but like his wheels shouldn't need a crisp edge. So the next thing we can do is we'll start going through and adding in some details. So at the top, there's a little bar, and then holding up his eyes, he has these two little support bars. And then right at the top of the fingers, he's got a little line which changes the color. And then for the treads, we have one that goes across here, goes across there, and then same thing on this side. And then just right here at the bottom, we're gonna write out his little name. And then his eyes are shaded in. And then don't forget, you can add some like robotic looking lines to his arms too. And that, my friends, is WALL-E. Super easy, super simple. Another great quick one for you. I'm gonna go ahead and ink it as always. So I'm gonna take my 0.8 fine liner, and we're going to start top to bottom, left to right, and just go through this process again. And that was the inking. Now all we have to do is just wait 15 to 20 minutes and let this dry, let the ink set into the paper so that we don't smudge it when we come back to erase. Using my kneaded eraser, I'm going to go back in and erase everything we do not need. Sometimes you might need a plastic eraser if your paper is too stubborn or your pencil was pressed too hard. Looks like that's the case here a little bit. And I forgot to ink that side. And there we have it, my friends. There is WALL-E. He's super cute, super fun, and easy to draw. I hope you had a great time. I sure did. If you enjoyed today's video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Once you do, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload the next Tutorial Tuesday. If for some reason you did not enjoy today's lesson, please let me know down in the comments why that is. I would love to help you better learn the characters that you want to know how to draw. And on that note, if there is a character that you have yet to see in the playlist, please let me know who that is in the comments below and I will add them to the ongoing list. If you've been following along with Tutorial Tuesday for the last 7 or 8 months, I would love to see the progress that you're making. Please tag me in any and all social media posts that you have, and I will be glad to check out your work. You can also follow me on social media as well and see all of the things I am posting and tips and tricks that I am uploading frequently as well. Thank you so much again for joining me today. I really hope you had a great time. Remember to never give up, keep drawing, always practice. I will see you right here next week for another awesome Tutorial Tuesday. Bye guys.
Oh.